I'm Dawn Crouch, and welcome to Garage Ballet. And today, Mia Baumgartner is helping me demonstrate some very basic things that will help you with your auditions, competitions, and intensives. Mia, why don't you tell us a little bit about where you study and yourself?
So I study with Ballet Ballet, and I have been there since I was 3 years old, and I'm currently a senior company member.
And how old are you?
I'm 15.
Okay, so you're a sophomore in high school.
Yes, I'll be a sophomore this upcoming year.
Oh my goodness. 15 is the magic age. I'll just be honest, and I say this all the time in my books, because when you're 15, you finally get strong enough to be able to do a lot of things really well. And it's just, you know, you're kind of finished that growth spurt that drains so much energy from you, and you're able to move on and really solidify your ballet technique. And, you know, I just really can't emphasize enough. Hang in there till you're 15. Help is coming, okay? And 15 is just a magic age. I know my teacher would never let anybody go to advanced class before they were 15, no matter how good they were. You had to stay in advanced intermediate until you were 15. So today we're here to talk about several things that will improve your auditions, competitions, and intensives. And the first thing that's really important and often overlooked is how you enter class, how you enter the center coming from the bar. And it's a ballet walk, okay? We don't have much room here to ballet walk, but I'm going to ask Mia to trade places with me. Come over here. And a ballet walk is toe to heel, and it is turned out. Okay, can you just do a ballet walk for us? Toe to heel, toe to heel, toe to heel, toe to heel. Thank you. Come over here and do it one more time so everybody can see. And why don't you bring your arms from fifth, or do something crazy with your arms this time. Okay, go. And toe to heel, toe to heel, toe to heel, toe to heel. Good, good. Remember, as you enter the studio, as you come from the bar to the center, you ballet walk. You don't just casually saunter out there and start dancing, okay? You really work on your ballet walk. As you finish something in the center, you ballet walk to the side and leave basically the stage area or the center of the studio. And that really, really will help you. In other words, you have to be in character from beginning to end. Now, if there was one step, and I know I've asked Paige about this, if there was one step that would improve your chances of having a good audition, it is a first arabesque. Because if somebody is going to say, give me one thing, it will be a photo or a video or something of you doing a first arabesque. So first arabesque is really, really important. And I know we're tight here, but could you just do, you can hold on to the bar and just do a first arabesque. Of course, first arabesque, same arm, same leg or front, yes. And somebody can tell, thank you, somebody can tell so much from a first arabesque. They can tell if you're unbalanced, they can tell what your posture's like, they can tell if your body alignment's all askew, okay? Shoulders and hips have to face front. This arm, and that was a good arm, okay? Your arm can be, I don't know, right in front of your nose, a little to the side. That's where it should be in first arabesque. Show us again. It could be a little higher, but it's not going to be up here or down low, okay? When you're dancing, you may do that for emphasis, that may be what you want to do, but in a strictly studio first arabesque picture, keep it as close to the standard as possible. All right? So, show us your first arabesque one more time. Remember, it is, if you're standing on your right leg, your right arm is forward. If you're standing on your left leg, your left arm is forward. Also, don't let this arm get too far back, because what does that do to your shoulder, and thus your body alignment? It totally messes it up. Okay? So, shoulders and hips forward. Take it. Stretch, reach, 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 and close. And that's really nice, okay? And I'm serious. If somebody has a poor first arabesque, you're DQ'd. You're out. It's just an easy out. I mean, I'm sitting there, I see 50 kids and they all want one part. I'm going to use whatever I can to knock somebody out. So it's really important to have a first arabesque. Now, a lot of times they want to see a piqué to first arabesque. First of all, a piqué can be done in several different positions. And we're just going to do it face the bar. And from first position, we'll do a demi-plie and then step out to a piqué, just bring your foot into passe. And let me explain what we're looking for here. I'm looking for a good demi-plie and push for that supporting leg. I want you to reach farther than where your toe is pointing. You step onto half point, or if you had point shoes on, you'd step onto point without a bent knee. It's the demi-plie that presses you to the piqué. So, demi-plie and stretch and piqué. And close to fifth. Come back to this side. Demi-plie, no, just from that side. Do it to this side, sorry. And demi-plie and stretch and piqué and close. Now, you do that for a lot of different things. You can do that for piqué turns, right? You don't want to do something called undercutting, okay? And undercutting is when you stretch, and instead of reaching beyond where your toe is pointing, you bring that foot back under you. Okay, so I'm asking Nancy, and she's going to have to really think about doing this, to do it wrong, okay? Okay, show me an example of undercutting. And demi-plie and stretch, and everything looks good. And all of a sudden, yeah, that's what I see, okay? And that's a no-no. Don't undercut. You're reaching over and beyond where your toe is pointing. And then another thing is undercutting with a demi-plie and kind of climbing your way to point. Okay, I know this is messing with your brain, but try and do it wrong that way.
I'm trying to think, like, but still
well, it's you come here and then go, you know what I'm talking about, yeah. Okay, demi-plie, stretch, and yeah, that's not a piqué, okay? If you're having trouble going onto one foot here, what you can do is go from demi-plie, and you can do first or fifth, to a tendu, and then reach. Demi-plie, stretch, and reach. So I want you to do just the fifth position. And you can practice this. Demi-plie, stretch, and you piqué, up, and close. And the other side, demi-plie, stretch, and up, and close. But notice the straight knees. Notice the stretch, using every fiber of your leg. Okay? Your leg's not just kind of out there. You're stretching it out there. You're going from the inside out. Okay? Now, the piqué to first arabesque is a step that's used in almost every female variation. Almost every one. Every butterfly does it. That's good luck, isn't it? And so, I mean, it can be at the beginning of the variation, at the end of the variation, it can be in the middle, but almost every variation has a piqué to arabesque. It just does. So this is a step you're not going to be able to avoid. You have to do it. So could you do maybe a piqué to arabesque this direction, and then let's do it again. Let's do it 3 times, and then go back, and then we'll do it to the other side. Okay? If you want some music for inspiration or something.
Literally fun.
Okay, well let's find some music for inspiration.